It's actually good I did it in the pan because when they don't finish it, there's no way they're going to finish all this. All they have to do once it's cooled off is put their lid on the pan and put it in the refrigerator. So this is really convenient. And see, that's the butter sauce at the bottom. All right, y'all, we're getting ready to build this boil in the bag seafood boil. I don't know if I told y'all that I was doing it boil in the bag style, but a lot of people haven't seen this, so I figured I would. I had already melted 1 stick of butter. This is 1 full stick of butter. And then I have this lemon herb butter by Chef Shamy. He makes like it's 3 different kinds, but I know I buy the cinnamon. He has a cinnamon brown sugar variety as well. But see, you can see the herbs. So if I didn't have this, you could still do 2 sticks of butter. I normally do a stick of butter to each serving because I know that sounds like a lot, but when I'm not making a separate butter sauce, then I want them to be able to use the sauce that renders in the bag. And if you don't add enough butter, then it'll be mainly water. Now, what makes this great is that it already has herbs, which we love on our boils, and it already has lemon, and we love that on our boils as well. So let me melt this. Okay, so now we have both butters melted. Now this lemon herb butter is it has a really forward taste to it. So I would say make sure if you buy it, make sure you try it before you use it because it really has a herb forward taste. We always add Oooo-WeKG. Okay, so I'm adding a lot because this is basically my butter sauce. It's gonna be at the bottom of my pan. Okay, that's all the seasoning we need. I don't know if I've ever told y'all, but when I first created Oooo-WeKG Season-It-All, it actually was created as a seafood sauce pack. And then people started asking me to have it in a bottle because they were using it on their food, so I converted it to a seasoning. But this Oooo-WeKG was originally sold in a zipper seal type of container bag, and it had directions on the back of it for how to create your butter sauce for your seafood. Woo! All right, y'all, these are the items that we're going to put in our seafood bake or seafood boil. Technically, when it's in the oven, you just call it a seafood bake. They do it in North Hampshire all the time. Okay, so we have our potatoes, our corn, our links, all that good stuff. Now, actually, I'm going to bake the seafood in a bag. In one of these bags. This is like what you use for a turkey or a roast. The only thing I ever use them for, well, sometimes my mom likes when I do the turkey in here. It just makes everything extra moist. But I'm going to, normally, I don't use a pan. You can put your seafood directly in here and just lay the bag on a baking sheet. But just so y'all can see how I'm laying everything out and you can see the presentation, that's why I wanted to put it in the pan instead. And then I'll put the entire pan inside the bag. How about that, honey? Okay. So first thing first, let's go in with our crab. We're making a pan for both girls, so see, can y'all see better right here? Okay, you just build your pan based on what you have. You definitely always want to start with your seafood, and then you gather the other items around it because you know your seafood is for the most part cooked already. I have to change that one, but one daughter loves Dungeness. This is Dungeness. See how the legs are fat, the claws are fat. This is Dungeness crab. They're easier to crack, but the snow crab is sweeter. The snow crab is the long one that you see in most restaurants. Okay. So we gotta make sure we have equal amounts of everything. And just try to present it well. Once we get the seafood in there. Okay, so we got that. And then what I want to do is I'm going to put in like half of the potatoes. You want your potatoes to be near the bottom. Anything that takes longer to cook, put it near the bottom. Like I have broccoli and all that over here, but I'm not worried about broccoli because, you know, all it has to do is steam and it'll be done. Okay, we want to put a little seasoning on our potatoes, so let's go ahead and do that now. This your Oooo-WeKG. Of course, honey. All right, so now let's go in with our shrimp, and then we'll finish with our veggies. Another thing, try to make sure, I mean, it won't hurt anything if your seafood is frozen, but you're going to want to prefer that it not be frozen so that you won't have a lot of water in your pan. If you put it in there frozen, it's going to make a lot of water and water down your butter sauce. The seafood will render water either way, but if it's frozen, then you'll have just that much more water. Okay, I'm not counting them. That'll be them. I'm not going through all that. And then I have my links. We're going to sprinkle some of the links in around. Let's put in some broccoli florets. Kind of nestle them down in and around the seafood. Did I lose y'all? No, it's still recording. Good deal. Nestle the broccoli down in and around the seafood like that. Remember, we definitely have to season our vegetables. All we season at this point are the potatoes. But see how beautiful this is? You don't see a lot of people add vegetables, but it's delicious. I mean, if you eat broccoli and things like that, this is a great time to add it in. That way you won't have to eat so much of your seafood up. You'll have other things you can eat in there besides seafood. Okay, we're going to season a little bit more. It's Oooo-WeKG, so it takes my cousin to tell you, he said you cannot oversalt with Oooo-WeKG. It's just good like that, y'all. Okay, so we're going to put one corn. Well, I guess I got enough to do two. They'll have enough to share with me, so that's a good thing. We'll put a corn in each corner. We gotta be able to put the... Well, no, we won't need the lid. I forgot. We won't need a lid because we're gonna put it inside the bag. Let me move y'all around to this side so you'll be a little closer. Thank God my Can't believe I have enough space. It lasted. Okay, we have lime. I'm just gonna put a little on there. These lime, I've been buying lime, and it's like there's no juice in them. Is that just me, or has that been happening to y'all too? I squeeze them and squeeze them, and nothing comes out. It's so weird. Okay, we have a few more sausage. And both of my girls like onion. So we're going to put the onion all around. Put big pieces because you know they're going to cook down. So, all right. Hope I didn't forget anything. I don't think so. I tried to have everything out in front of me. Okay, so let's hit the broccoli crowns one more time. And then we're going to put the butter on top of it. And all of it is going to steam together. The butter has stiffened up a bit, so let me melt it a little more. Yeah, I felt like I was forgetting something. I completely forgot that we have lobster tails. Okay, so I got my kitchen shears. All you do is go in the back. Let me raise this up some so y'all can see. See, that's the biggest part of the lobster. You're going to cut it from, if you want to say head to tail or top to bottom. Just go in. And kitchen shears make this so easy. You go straight down the middle. First you split them like that. And I have 3 because I bought one for myself. Even though I'm not eating a boil, I did want a lobster tail. I was hoping I would feel like grilling again, but I'm not to that point yet. Okay, so y'all see where I have cut them. And then all you do is put your fingers in there and kind of pry it open, but leave it where it still looks neat, like gently. You just busting it open a little bit. You really put more pressure underneath. You're folding it this way, not literally trying to peel, because those will peel apart. And then you go under here, reach under here, and then meat will separate from the bottom. So put your thumb under there, reach forward, and pry the meat loose and pull it on the top. Like this. And then once you get on the top, you just lay it like that. Let's try it again. And they don't have to be perfect. That's just the way they normally present them in restaurants. And these tails are so small. See how I put my entire hand up under there? And you pull it up to the end, to the tail, and bring it down. Three times the charm. I'm so glad. You just gently prime bit by bit. And then you reach under there, feel for where that meat separates. And just lift up on it. It's one of those things where you try to be gentle and forceful at the same time. And when it gets to the end of the tail, you really want to go ahead and pull it. So that, so there it is, y'all. I'm going to take these gloves off, throw them away. And let's go in with the butter so we can be done. Let me season the lobster before I forget. Put a little ooey on top of those. I had already rinsed the lobster, so I had already rinsed it. All I did was cut it open and get the meat out. Some people are really particular about their seafood, and this we make sure it's clean. But I mean, my kids have been cracking crab since they were big enough to sit at the restaurant table on their own. So that's the butter. Remember, you want your food to look good before it goes in the oven, honey. It should already look delicious. I'm just gonna go in with a little paprika. But we are all buttered down and we are ready for the oven. Oooo-WeKG. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oooo-WeKG is all you need when it comes to seafood. And that's a promise, baby. Alright, Kisha's Crumbs. This is the seafood bake before we go in the oven. Broccoli, onion, corn, potatoes, shrimp, lobster, Dungeness crab, snow crab, and hot links. Oooo-WeKG. Okay, y'all, so we're ready for the oven bag now. You'll see it's a very wide bag. I'm so glad I thought of it because I wanted y'all to see me put this beautiful seafood bake together. And I have these pans that I use for like when I'm baking lasagnas or things like that for people. So I thought about it. I could fit that entire pan inside this bag. Y'all, I've never seen anybody use the aluminum pan inside the bag. So remember, you saw here Kisha's Crumbs first. Oh, more difficult to open. What's really going on? Here we go. They normally don't cling like that. Okay, but you just open it up. Y'all can see it there. See, I'm just sliding the bag in. It's not gonna smush down my lobster or anything. Slide it right in. Yes, just enough to bring it together and tie it closed. And we are ready for the oven. Look how beautiful. Y'all, we barely made it. I remember seeing those type of ponytails growing up. We barely made it with the twist tie. But God, oh yes. Let's go in the oven, y'all. I'm going to start out at maybe 35, 40 minutes. I'll let you know when it comes out. Ooh-wee. It's actually good I did it in the pan because when they don't finish it, there's no way they're going to finish all this. All they have to do once it's cooled off is put their lid on the pan and put it in the refrigerator. So this is really convenient. And see, that's the butter sauce at the bottom. Everything is all in one, honey. Oh, yes. Bon appetit.
Kisha's Crumbs, we just wanna be the best at this. We just make our food with effectiveness and elegance. Kisha's Crumbs, we just wanna be the best at this. We just make our food with effectiveness and elegance. Yeah.